All right, I think there was a limit on the recording time, so this is part two. Um, what was I saying? What was I saying? Hold on, I'll think. So 10-year goal, yeah. So then you can be done, but then you're always going to do something more. So that's the 10-year goal: is to open five of these, sell them, and then go to the next thing. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I'll figure it out. What led you to your current endeavors? Really, that Mustang on the street, that muscle car. It was like I'm just drawn to that. Always have been. Olympics. My original goals were to work for the U.S. Olympic Committee and then work for the International Olympic Committee. But then when you realize it is so corrupt, politically so corrupt, you go, yeah, not going to do that. But I wanted to stay in the high level sports field. NFL football and some of those really those didn't attract me, but the Olympic type stuff and those kind of sports really did. So what do you do outside of work for fun? God, I mean, listen, not much. Work is my fun. It really is. I do triathlons. I love doing that. So working out, running, cycling, swimming. I've always had like the same draw to the Olympics. There's a draw to me to triathlons and Ironman level triathlons. I got two kids, so we do stuff with them, and my days can be filled with doing that kind of stuff. So play golf with my son, go mountain biking with my son. My daughter loves ice skating, so we go ice skating, things like that. I love gourmet restaurants, like really great. I'm a foodie. I love that kind of stuff. There's not a ton in town, but those kind of things are fun. And then traveling. I love to travel. I don't do it that much. It's not like I used to, but I've got brothers and sisters all over the world, and so we do that. Number 10, what has been the most rewarding thing about this profession? Helping and loving people. When someone can look at you and say, um, that you changed my life. Thank you so much. That's the reward right there. And I'll tell you a quick story. I had a gold medalist that I coached in the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. He won the gold medal. 2 weeks later, we're in the track office at Kansas State. We're sitting there, and I'm like, okay, so what's next? Where do we go next? He's like, I don't know. What's next? I'm like, okay, world championship, world record. You elevate it. He's like, I don't know. He had gotten like third at the world championship, so he did. He went on and set a world record, but he literally was like, yeah, I don't know. So here was the funny thing. Many years later, I'm here in town, and I trained two ladies who had never run before in their lives to finish a 5K. They finish it. They're holding each other, hugging, sobbing, just sobbing. I'm like, oh my gosh, like Kenny Harrison, when he won the triple jump and the gold medal in 96, he didn't cry. Like, I swear this 5K meant more to these ladies than the gold medal did to Kenny. And it's a lifelong thing. So I get more out of training someone to do their first 5K than I do coaching a gold medal. Even though that's pretty glamorous stuff, it's just there's something about helping normal people get to the greatness that they can in their life and changing their life. So that's what I love doing. What has been what number 11? What sports you play in high school? Yeah, I did it all. I wasn't great at any sport, but then when I found soccer, I was really good at soccer. So I was going to go to college and play soccer or run, but we didn't have track at our high school. It was a really small school. So I just ran on my own just to stay in shape, and then enjoyed going to 5 and 10K races in the weekends, and was like pretty darn good. So I went to the Kinney regional cross country championship, and then my times are really good, and I submitted those to Kansas State, and they're like, yeah, we'll take you as a walk on. So then by my second year, I got a scholarship. So I played football a little bit in small school, so we could play it all. I played basketball, but I really wasn't good at that great at it. I was okay. I held my own. But basketball and football were but soccer was kind of my main sport. But then growing up, I grew up in Wisconsin. So I'm telling you about my Kansas time in high school. But growing up in Wisconsin, I ski raced and played hockey because we're up north. And that was hockey and skiing are really two of my most passionate sports. But you can play hockey down here, but skiing, you got to go to Colorado, right? Most difficult, frustrating part of your job is being in work mode and then having to be around people. So it's just where I've got to like sometimes stop working and just pay attention, be present with people. So I think that's what can get the most frustrating. What's your advice for those who want to go into coaching or personal training, fitness classes, managing, or running a business? Is that if you want to run a business, you have to stop being a trainer. Like, you have to stop. There is no correlation between being the best fitness trainer and nutrition expert in the world and running a business. You got to choose one or the other. I mean, they can overlap a little bit, but you could be a trainer and just have a job in your own place that you own, and you're going to trade dollars for hours, and that's great. You can charge what, 65, 75, 80, maybe a session, but you're going to be limited on your time. You can do 6 or 8 of those a day, and then that's it. And at the end of the year, you go, okay, my life's okay, but I want more. And then to get more, you have to become a business person, and that's hard. I mean, there's a lot to learn. I'm continually learning that. So I don't study the fitness part of it all that much. You know, I always believe that I know enough to get anyone where they need to go. I just continue to learn the business parts of it because I spent so many years studying the fitness and nutrition. And then now it's just, if you're going to run a business, you better learn to run a business and let, so running a business means you delegate, right? So automate and delegate and systematize. So, you know, I delegate. That's why when Justin said at first he could teach Monday, Wednesday, and I said, all right, I'll get Friday. We got no one else right now. Then when he said, I'll get Friday, I'm like, do it. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. Even though I love doing it, I don't want to do it. I shouldn't do it. It's dumb to do it, but I'll come and use it for my workout and love on you guys because that's what I should do. So does that make sense? All right. I think that, I think I'm done. Let me know if you have any questions.